What's up, you guys? I'm not amazing, I'm just mediocre. Welcome back to the channel and this Apex Legends video. And today we're going to be discussing the incredible history behind our new map Olympus and how it got to be an arena in the Apex games, because that's definitely not how it started. It also potentially holds the keys to the backstories of several of our legends, from Loba to Revenant to even Wraith, whose phase technology was initially researched and discovered right here on Olympus. If we go ahead and read Olympus's official bio, it states that it was a city built on dreams, a utopia flying above Samathe, where the best and brightest could gather and exchange ideas, leading to breakthroughs in the sciences and arts. However, that dream came to an end when an explosion in the experimental research facility led to the creation of the Phase Rift, and those best and brightest quickly abandoned Olympus. However, Olympus was maintained by advanced computer systems, so it quickly found new buyers in the Outlands elite, and for 40 years it served as their lavish vacation spot, with the Rift as their main attraction. Unfortunately, that Rift grew unstable over time, and Olympus was fully evacuated 6 months ago. Now taken over by Hammond Robotics and the mercenary syndicate, it serves as a new stage for the Apex games for reasons unknown. Now, of course, I have my own theories as to why they chose Olympus for their new arena, but I'm going to save those towards the end of the video. First, we're going to get a little more insight into how Olympus was vital to the survival of the Outland nearly a century ago. It was created in 2640 by humanitarian Lillian Peck, and Olympus produced a number of breakthroughs for the Outlands, including developments in jump drive tech, phase technology, and drone technology. However, they also made the troubling discovery that all energy resources in the Outlands were on a rapid decline, and in less than 20 years would be non-existent, and this is where Horizon came in. She was invited directly by the founder Lillian Peck to help solve this energy crisis, and worked with her colleague Dr. Reed to discover the new element of Branthium. Then they went on an expedition out to that black hole where unfortunately Horizon was betrayed by Dr. Reed and was left in space, and presumably Dr. Reed came back to Olympus and used the Branthium to stop the energy crisis, because as you can see in this transcript, modern citizens of the Outlands can't even agree on whether the energy crisis happened in the first place. They never felt the effects of it, so to them it never existed. I personally think that this Branthium is directly connected to the ultimate charging stations found across Kings Canyon during Season 5. If you recall, Bangalore talks about them, and that the IMC had planned to use this to power all of the Outlands. However, Wraith talks about it being used for research instead. And I noticed during this scene in the Horizon trailer, in the background as she discovers Branthium, there's a device that looks almost exactly like one of those ultimate charging stations. Regardless, at some point after the expedition, there was an experiment in phase technology that went wrong, causing an explosion that left behind the phase rift. And that caused many of the scientists to abandon Olympus, leaving it for the Outlands elite to take over. And that included the likes of Loba's parents. You may recognize these golden towers from the Bonsai Plaza as the same location where Revenant murdered Loba's parents 25 years prior. And both of these legends will actually make comments about those events when you are hanging around this location. And I personally believe this is actually one of the reasons why Hammond Robotics and the Syndicate chose to host the Apex games here. I believe they're trying to reinvigorate Loba's desires to destroy Revenant for good. If you recall, she's been the only person to get even remotely close to Revenant's source code in centuries. However, she lost her cool and started shooting at Revenant's still existent head. But that head was then teleported away to a production facility on Samathe, which is conveniently the same planet that Olympus is flying over. So not only did they move the game to the same place that this source code is now located, but it's also the same place where Loba found her reason for destroying Revenant in the first place. Remember that the Syndicate and Hammond Robotics want Revenant gone just as much as Loba does. Now, one of the things that made a lot of people raise their eyebrows when they first saw Olympus as revealed to us in the map are the vast amount of differences between that map and the city that we were shown in this trailer. I mean, just look at the density of that skyline. There are skyscrapers, towers everywhere, all around this city. However, the Olympus that we see now is vastly different, with very few skyscrapers around. And this apparently can be explained because Olympus is a modular city. It has the ability to change from what it used to be. As explained by senior writer Ashley Reed, it can actually shift and transform thanks to its advanced computer system, so some structures might not be there that were there before. However, it's also possible that areas some folks thought were on Olympus are actually somewhere else. I think that has most to do with the Loba trailer, where we see her stealing things from many different places. I don't think all those beautiful cities we saw were actually Olympus. What we ended up getting was this: the mysteries that I still want to solve, or why did this ship make its way to Olympus? I never thought this was going to Olympus in the first place, but apparently it was carrying a ton of supplies, specifically some research supplies, and I believe that they're trying to unlock the secrets of two different things. First, Horizon's time travel research. Just imagine the kind of evil that Hammond Robotics could do if they figured out how to travel back in time like Horizon is planning to do. I also believe they're very interested in the phase rift. Recall that this has been hanging around for decades, yet is growing increasingly more unstable, enough to cause Olympus to need evacuation in recent months. So what secrets are they there to learn? Let me know what you guys think about all these different theories down in the comments section below. And if you guys want to stay up to date on Apex Legends, make sure you hit that subscription button and click the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. In the meantime, I'm not amazing, I'm just mediocre, and I'm out.